Hello, I'm Asha, or KodaKandi, and this video is a little bit different. I'm reading from my phone so I don't get off track. From the other ones that I've done before, it's actually kind of a bit of a rant because this kind of bothers me. I'm sure by now everyone knows that California has been on fire for the last week. Thousands of people have lost their homes due to one of the many fires. Businesses have been destroyed, and there were, I believe, 5 reported deaths. There could be more, but not that I've heard. There have been power outages, and we've had to call out of state, out of country fire departments to help put them out. And you think as good Christians, people would have compassion? Well, you'd be wrong. I have come across multiple videos about the fires and seen comments that say, it's God's wrath. Revelations is coming true. It's because the celebrities are evil. God is punishing them. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm losing my voice too. So let me tell you from someone who grew up in the church and knows what Revelations is actually about. Sorry, the air just clicked off, I think. Why this is false and why the prophecy is not coming true. I'm speaking about this as someone who lives in California and lost power for almost 24 hours due to the risk of the Hearst fire burning the mountains near where I live. Shit's real. For those who don't know or don't live in California, every year right before fire season and in the winter, we get what's called the Santa Ana winds, which are strong gusts of wind blowing from anywhere between 70 to 100 miles per hour coming from Santa Ana. They happen every year and they cause fires every year. Except for I think 2 years ago because we got a lot of rain and we're typically in drought, so... And when brush rubs together, rubs against each other, do you know what happens? I feel like I'm teaching elementary school right now. When brush rubs together and it's dry, it causes fires. Anyway, this year, I know for sure we're in La Nina, which increases droughts, fires, and storms. So the winds cause the brush to rub against each other, creating the fire, and then the embers and sparks from said fire can hit electrical wiring, causing huge fires everywhere. Because we are dry, because of the lack of rain, we are more prone to fires. And it also doesn't help that the LA Mayor Karen Bass, this is the only time I'm getting political on this channel, cut funding to our fire department. That's why we're having trouble putting it out. Anyway. So this is what people are talking about. In Revelations, the marking of end times is the 7 trumpets of the apocalypse. What people are failing to mention is how extensive the trumpets go and how much detail is in what happens as the trumpets are blown. I'm not trying to get religious on here, but I grew up in a church and I learned Revelations. Bear with me. In particular, anytime there's been a huge fire like that, people like to say that the first trumpet of the apocalypse has been blown and it's the end times.
Attention everyone! Run for your lives! Robots have taken over the world! Our world!
I forgot where I was. Give me a second. However, that's not true because in the verse they are referencing Revelations 8 through 7, verse 7, sorry. The verse actually says, the first angel sounded his trumpet and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, and it was hurled down onto the earth. A third of the earth was burned up, a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass, was burned up. So if y'all are stupid or something, California is not a third of the earth. If you want to know how big a third of the earth is, I'll pop an image up on screen. And when it comes to, if it were the case, which it's not, that means the seventh seal in Revelations has been opened. And it wouldn't be like every 6 months or so. Because people say it about... Hold on. We're good. People say that about the wars and like environmental factors. They say it about everything, that it's the end times because it's part of something that's in like one of the trumpets or in the seventh seal, but that means it has to be opened for it to happen. And also those claiming to speak to God are not reliable, because as the Bible states, no one knows when the world is going to end. Not the church leaders, not the prophets, nobody. And I mean, hell, the Bible doesn't even say when the world is going to end. Matthew 24:36. No one knows the exact day or hour of the end except for God. So no, you are not speaking for him, because if the world were ending, it would have already happened. In truth, y'all don't realize how fast the world would end as it's described in the Bible. You can't cherry pick based on tragedies happening. Y'all said the same thing about the eclipse last year, and nothing happened. The only thing I've seen in reference to the eclipse in the Bible is, I believe it's the whole thing with the story with the Pharaoh. I cannot remember it off the top of my head, so I'll pop whatever it was on screen. Y'all said that about the eclipse and nothing happened. The end of the world isn't going to happen every 6 months with new events and new things and tragedies and crap like that. It will happen all at once after all the other prophecies are fulfilled. So no, Revelations is not coming true, and it's sick to even say that God is punishing the people in LA because all the celebrities are evil, so everyone is evil and guilty by association. What about the non-celebrities that live there? What about the homeless people? Yeah, y'all are gross. I don't think it's okay to use a religious book to justify, like, being rude to the people of LA or saying that they deserve it, because they don't. Have you seen the photos? Thanks. A lot of people are saying that it's God or God is speaking to them are suffering from something called religious psychosis, which is any delusion associated with rich religious content. Religious psychosis has been noted across like everybody who's talked about this. You guys have to realize that if the world is actually ending, it wouldn't just be California on fire, and the fires would be unable to be contained. Do not use your religion as an excuse to say California had it coming, because no, not okay. You're honestly really, really nasty, and you should probably get off my channel if you're saying that. If that's where you stand, get out. No. Yeah, so if it's not obvious, I care deeply about this, as it does affect me since I live in California. Luckily for me, we were not in any danger. We're okay. And obviously still in my house, so we're good. We were close to the Hearst fire. That's in Silmar. It's like 27 minutes away from where I live. And we did lose power, and it sucked. Because I guess the power, like, from my neighborhood is connected to woodlands or something like that. Wherever the Hearst fire, like, is right next to, the power lines are right there. So we did lose power, and it was great. I did not sleep at all that night. But again, as the title states, dear religious freaks, God is not punishing California. And if you believe that we had it coming, you need to do some soul searching and actually read what the prophecies are in the Bible. I'm not a biblical channel. I don't do religious studying or anything like that. I just happen to know a little bit about it because I grew up in a church. Lastly, I don't know how to set up like a donation thing or put like, you know how some people have like those donations to different fundings underneath their videos? I don't know how to do that. I want to set like the donations for the LA citizens and people affected by all the different fires underneath the video. I don't know how to do it. If somebody knows how to do it, please let me know. But if I can't figure it out, I'll just link individual charities that 100% go to the people that are affected. If you can donate, please do. Anything helps, really. I can't because I'm broke, and if I could, I would. But I'm KodaKandi. Stay safe. Be kind. Don't use your religion as an excuse for tragedies happening. And goodbye.